Hello Dragon Horde, and welcome back to another tips and tricks video for Ark Survival. Tonight we're going to be taking a look at Scorched Earth and how to find all three artifacts required to summon the Manticore. I'm going to show you the location of all three caves, as well as some tips and tricks on how to get through these caves in the most effective and safe manner possible. Welcome in everyone, I am Mantikai, and as I mentioned tonight, we are here on Scorched Earth, which is the first DLC of the Ark Survival series. If you have ascended off the island and come through to a new Ark that is a desolate wasteland, a number of challenges to do with Scorched Earth, including the longer days, the hotter days, the specific weather events. There are 4 certain weather events that will be triggered throughout your time here on Scorched Earth, and I highly recommend getting a Jerboa to help you out. A Jerboa makes very specific noises and indications that will show you what weather event is upcoming and help you either find cover or develop some kind of protection. But as we said tonight, the main focus is going to be on finding those caves, and the first cave is down here in the southeast corner of the map. You'll easily find these large spiky rock formations as you come to this edge of the map, and past those in the desert is one of many buried cities. If you explore the desert all the way around Scorched Earth, you'll find a number of buried cities and very awesome locations. They put a lot of effort into developing very small details in this map, which I highly recommend you go check out. It's also a great map for evolving the storyline of Ark, because as a sandbox survival game, it can be easy to get lost in the day-to-day knocking down trees, gathering resources, etc. But this game does have a fantastic storyline that if you're not familiar with, I highly recommend you check out. So we're just going to come into here, and you'll see this building with the large gold dome. This is where our first cave is, guys. So we're going to come up to the door here. And you can't actually fit a dinosaur through this door, as you've just seen, but the beauty of the addition of cryopods to the game is that you can cryopod and bring them up in with you. If you did watch the island artifact video we put together, you will have seen that we typically ride dinosaurs through most of these caves. It does make it significantly easier. I highly recommend a Thyla or something along those lines. But once you're through the doorway, you can see these caves here on Scorched Earth are fairly big. You could ride a Rex through most of these caves. So if you want to ride a dinosaur to keep yourself a lot safer, I do highly recommend it, but it can be done without. And that's what I'm going to show you guys today. There are a couple of key things you're going to want for this though. Number one is good armor. High defense armor that you can get. You will get hit a lot, and there are rock elementals, actually called rubble golems, smaller versions of rock elementals that live in these bigger caves. So they're going to throw rocks at you. You're going to take damage, as well as your standard centipedes, spiders, scorpions, mantises, bats, and so on. So good armor is a must. A shotgun or any combination of weaponry that you have at the top end will help you out. I recommend a shotgun pump action because it does a significant amount of damage, and you can attach a light to it as well. A grappling hook. You're going to want a grappling hook and a crossbow to navigate some of the sections of these caves. And something that most people don't carry around is a rocket launcher. As I mentioned, there are rubble golems, and pretty much the only way to take these down is with explosives. You can use C4, you can use grenades. A rocket launcher is the easiest method. If you haven't played with a rocket launcher much, do be careful though. It is very easy to blow yourself up, destroy your armor, kill your pets, kill your friends. You want to be very careful. In terms of other things that you might want, I highly recommend bug spray. Having bug spray on allows you to take control of if and when you fight certain things, guys. Most things won't aggro on you, spiders, anthros, etc. if you have bug spray on, and you can choose whether or not you want to kill them or bypass them. Antidote, always recommended for when you're fighting bats, because they will give you mega rabies, and health potions are nice to have in your back pocket in case you do take a significant amount of damage. Other than that, water, food, the standards. They do lean a lot on Egyptian mythology here in Scorched Earth, which I am loving, by the way. But you'll see a lot of symbols around to do with that, and a lot of the explorer notes can be found in those canopic jars. Oh, there's our first rubble golem. You saw him pop up there, guys. And you'll see he's going to throw a rock at us. I'm going to try and avoid that so I don't take too much damage to my armor. Okay. Oh, and that guy's down. Alright. When I exit the cave, I will show you the exact coordinates. I meant to do that on the way in, but got a little overexcited speaking about Scorched Earth. It is, in my opinion, one of the easier maps, especially compared to the island when you're talking about caves and things of this nature. The one that we're in right now is probably the hardest of the 3 caves because it is the biggest one. It has the most enemies in it, and you will need a significant amount of ammunition and so on to get through here alive. There's also a specific point in this cave that we're going to want to be very careful of, and I'll show you when we get to it, because there is a chance you can fall, die, and lose all of your stuff. Here we go, a number more snakes. And you can start to see a lot of this Egyptian mythology coming through. You'll see this through all of the caves that we're going to go in today, and there's the lovely Manticore who is the boss here on Scorched Earth. There's a Megalani. You want to be careful of those guys. They will give you mega rabies just like the bats do. Oh, hello. So when we get to this... Oh, hello. When we get to this split in the track here, guys, we want to stick to the left. There's a couple of splits in this track, and we always want to stick to the left when we come up to these splits. There's a number of bad guys down there. Oh, they are going to aggro. Take you out. Oh, hello. Don't break my armor, good sir. Be careful of those anthros spitting and destroying your armor, guys. If you're not familiar with them, they are an absolute pain. Okay, let's head down to the left over here. Was another snake just there. There we go. Hitboxes on the snakes can be quite annoying. That's why I do recommend a shotgun. If you're using a rifle or a sniper or a handgun, it can be a little more annoying to hit them. And again, we're sticking to this left-hand path here, guys. Let's reload that. Alright. So while we kill all of these dinos, if you are interested, if you're an Ark player or you just like watching dino games, feel free to come check us out on stream anytime, guys. We're always doing a number of different challenges and whatnot. At the moment, a hardcore challenge right here on Scorched Earth, as well as a Nuzlocke challenge, which we borrowed from Pokemon, and we're giving a go. It's an absolute ton of fun. We'd love to have you in on stream if you ever want to join us. But the focus today is to help you guys out understanding these caves right here on Scorch so you can get those artifacts and beat up that Manticore. Every boss that you do beat in Ark unlocks different tech engrams that you can utilize and increase your arsenal of weaponry as you progress through the maps in this game. Not just weaponry, I use the word weaponry probably a little liberally there. Whoop. Who is spitting at me now? Another anthro. Okay. As you can see, I was saying this cave is probably one of the hardest because of just the sheer number of dinosaurs in here, guys. Okay. So this is the exception to the rule. I said we're going to stick left the entire time. When we get to this pulsing pillar here, and you can clearly see a pulsing pillar, very easy to identify. You can go left here. I don't recommend it. This is where I was saying there is a chasm that you can fall into and die. It is one of those bottomless chasms that Ark likes to put into things, and there is no way to get your stuff back. The safest option is to go to the right here, guys. And this is where you're going to want that grappling hook that we brought in. You can take these steps up. Oh, watch out for this guy here. Oh, hello. Oh. Okay. There we go. Let's grab our shotgun back out. I see plenty more badness over here. Okay. So if you go up to the right there, obviously that was a bit unlucky. We did have a spawn of a rubble golem right at the top of the hill there. But a rubble golem is one thing. It will do some damage to us. We can kill it. If you fall in the pit and you not only die but lose your entire inventory worth of stuff, I guarantee you'll be a lot more frustrated. I think that might be another rubble golem right there. Let's test that out. Yep. You can see them just like earth elementals or rock golems on the outside. They do look different to the rocks around them, so it is possible to identify them before you get too close if you're being observant, guys, like we just did. Okay, let's grab a few things. We'll reload this just in case we get one more. So if you did follow the left path, you would have come that way past these ruins. If you've taken this right path like I recommended, right here, you've got your artifact. So this is the first artifact, and you also get the Scorched Earth, Scorched Skin. This is the artifact of the Destroyer. Okay, and then we're going to work our way out of here. This is quite a large cave system, so odds are things will have respawned behind us by now. But hopefully we can get out before too many of those things have respawned. There are a number of red drops in here as well. Highly recommend picking those up. Red drops within caves are your best chance of getting upgraded gear and resources. So if you're not familiar with red drops, highly recommend them, guys. We come back to our pulsing pillar, turn left, and begin to work our way out of here. And we'll see how much of this is respawned behind us. So far, so good. Oh, there we go. You're a very pretty snake. An immortal snake, apparently. Interesting. The hitboxes on snakes can be quite difficult. Ah, now we're back to where... a lot of the dinos have already respawned on us. Okay. Hang up to the right here. There may be another rubble golem on our way out, so we're going to be careful of that, guys. But as you can see, I don't have super ascendant gear. I've got some decent gear. I've got a good shotgun. I've got the resources required. And again, you could see the size of this cave. I could have ridden a Rex through here if I really wanted to. But it is possible to do if you don't have insane level tames or gear. I find a lot of people when they're first doing these caves tend to over prepare and overthink it. It is great to prepare and be safe. Embrace your inner Boy Scout. But you don't have to overdo it at the same time, guys. Alright, and here we are on our way out. Cave number 1 done. And in my opinion, probably the hardest cave here on Scorched Earth. So, next up, we're going to go looking for one that is quite easy to miss for those not familiar with the map. But one of the easiest ways to find this is to follow the water source. So Scorched Earth has a very limited supply of water. It makes building quite restrictive. The 3 obelisks have an oasis underneath them, and then there's a little bit of a creek slash river that pretty much runs right through the middle of the map. If you look at your map once it's unlocked, you'll see it's quite clearly marked on there. If we follow this river and stick to the left hand side of it, you'll find the cave entrance up here. As we come up here, we're going to keep scanning this left-hand wall here. There is a very clear opening, which is the easiest way to find this cave in my experience. And it should be up in this next rock wall up here. You can also use these pillars in the middle to be a little bit of a guide if that helps you out. But if you follow the river on the left-hand side as we leave that first cave, you can already see the giant opening here on our left. So this isn't actually the cave opening, this is the entrance to a series of passageways that you can get quite easily turned around and lost in, but within here is the cave. So if I follow this from that entrance and just follow the right hand wall, it is right here, guys. It's quite easy to find in the daytime, can be a little more difficult at night. Alright, so same thing in this cave. There's going to be more spiders, scorpions, centipedes, and rubble golems. So we're going to take our time through here and destroy everything. With this one, you want to stick to the right-hand side at this first junction and drop down. Pretty much as long as you're headed in a downward trajectory, you're on the right track, guys. What did I say about those snake hitboxes? Okay. Just taking a bit more bug spray just so I can pick my fights when I want them. Keeping an eye out for those odd colored rocks that mark a rubble golem. They are pretty much your biggest challenge in these caves. Other than that, it's the standard bats and so on and so forth. You will find drops throughout, more bats. Take care of you. Check down here. Okay. You'll see I'm not picking up any of the item caches, but there are a number of them up on the walls. And here's some more of that Egyptian artwork that you'll find throughout. It's absolutely fantastic, the storyline that they're putting through here on Scorched Earth. There is an issue with some of these drops. The walls can be quite glitchy, even after this long. So trying to grappling hook up to this one, I have had people glitch out and struggle and get lost. You want to be very careful of that. If you're desperate for gear, they are a good opportunity to get some gear, but you do want to be careful. It is potential that you could glitch out, guys. So just be aware of that. Okay. Gonna kill those anthros so they don't come back at us later. But you can see the anthropluras don't aggro on me at all because I have the bug spray on. And it's a great way to control that, because when you get spat at by anthros that you don't see, they will quickly decimate your armor, guys. Here's another explorer node on our way in. All of the caves that you go through in this game have usually 3 explorer nodes in them. Some more Egyptian memorabilia. So this particular artifact is right down there at the bottom of this spiral. Basically, we're just going to follow this left-hand path. We'll work our way down so you guys can see it, and then I might fly or grappling hook my way back up with my tech suit here. So these caves are a great access for metal, obsidian, crystal. If you're struggling for any of those resources, this is where you want to come for those guys. And there is a bottom to this cave. Unlike the last one where you can fall and lose all of your stuff, this one you will just hit the floor. I mean, if you fall far enough, you will still die, so you want to be very careful of that. But you won't glitch out and lose all of your stuff. So it's a little bit nicer in that regard. just going to make the jumps there, continue to flow down. You can see an absolute ridiculous amount of obsidian, crystal. The old sarcophagi and things like that are absolutely awesome, continuing the Egyptian theme that we've been talking about. With a rifle or a sniper, it's quite easy to take the bats out. Or, as I've said all along, pump action shotgun, guys. Get the highest level one you can as soon as you can, and it will make your arcing adventures much easier. Alright, and I believe that should bring us down. Oh, hello. We got a mantis right there. Oh, hello. Who did we miss? I hear a mantis around us. I think it might have fallen down. Okay. So if you do fall down, as you can see, there's a path that will bring you back up. And that just takes you down into a whole bunch more bad guys. There is no insta-death down there. And here's our second artifact, the artifact of the Gatekeeper, as well as the Scorched Skin again. Alright, let's work our way out of this cave. So you can run your way back out again, just spiral up, jump the gaps. You can use your grappling hook to pull up here, or you can use your tech suit if you've got one, but odds are if you're still on Scorched Earth, you probably don't have a full tech suit unlocked, because that's pretty much an aberration thing, extinction thing, my apologies. Extinction is when element really becomes a lot more prevalent in the game, and you start to unlock those engrams from beating the various bosses. So for now, we'll continue to do it with the grappling hooks, because that's what you guys will have access to, and it will make a lot more sense. So that's 2 caves done. There's only 1 left, and it's not any more difficult than this one. It does have a couple of small challenges, a couple of things to watch out for, like any cave. And we didn't even encounter a rubble golem in this one, so that was nice. You can see I'm already starting to overheat because it is midday outside here in the sun, and Scorched Earth is a hot map. So, the location for that one, for those that are interested, the exact coordinates are 5847 to enter that cave. And I didn't turn that on for the first cave, but the location of the first one sits at around about 8080 out in the desert, guys. You can't miss it. Once you head out into the desert, you will quite easily see that big building landmark. So, these artifacts follow in a pretty much straight line up the map. You saw the first one down at 8080, this one pretty much at 5050, and then the last one is up in this top left corner, up in the mountains up here. So we're going to head towards the blue OB and the mountains just to the left of that to find the final cave. You can see I have tech armor and a fortitude of 200, and I'm still almost overheating. So it gives you an idea of the heat that Scorched Earth does put out. It is one of the challenges, especially at the beginning, that you will come across. Highly recommend finding yourself an oasis or going towards the center river, but then you do have to watch out for capros and everything else that wants to also get access to that rare water. So we're going to come over into the mountains here. You've got the blue obelisk just there to our right. Off to our left, if you're not careful, you'll come across the Wyvern Trench. You want to be careful of that one. And there is a fantastic city out there that has a coliseum and everything in it. Highly recommend exploring those ruins. There is a ton of notes and it just looks amazing. But this one can be easy to get lost on. If you're on the ground and you can find this arch right here and you can follow that path up, this is pretty much where the cave is, guys. There's a rock elemental, and of course I have turned myself around. There we go. So you follow that up, come under this arch where that rock elemental was, and someone has built a lovely little house out the front of this next cave. And here it is. So this is the final of the 3 caves here on Scorched Earth. I'll quickly give you guys the coordinates. So you're looking at 2829 up in the mountains, for the final cave. You can use a GPS. What I was showing you just there is the awesome spyglass. It's one of the mods that we use on these servers. We're going to come into this final cave. So you won't be surprised. There's nothing special or different about this cave, really. There is a little bit of water sections, but you can avoid those. You don't actually have to go swimming. If you stay to the left here, you can jump this gap ahead of us, or you can go through the water if you're not confident with jumping. But jumping this gap is going to take me further into the cave. You can always pull dinos into that water as well. Okay, so we're going to do the same as before. Kill everything that we see. Keep an eye out for miscolored rocks. You can hear that roar to my left there. Oh, and that smash, I believe, unless I'm mistaken. Oh, what else have we got here? Scorpions trying to get out of the water. There is a rubble golem right there in the water. You can hear him getting angry and throwing rocks at us. We're going to avoid that guy. I'm not going to bother trying to explode him in the water. Just gonna forge ahead for now. So it's a pretty straightforward path. Very, very difficult to get lost in this cave. Okay. Again, good gun will keep you safe. Standing up on ledges, scanning around you will keep you safe. There are some more drops in here. At this point, you can go left or right. It does not matter, chat. They all lead to the same place in the end. I like to stick left. Personally, no particular reason. I just like left on this particular one. I find I encounter less monsters if I go to the left. And if I go to the right, I have to go for a little bit of a swim. So sticking to the left keeps that nice and easy. You can use a grappling hook to get around here if you want. Okay. What else have we got here? Kill that guy. Who else is down there? There we go. And you. Alright, I'm going to stick to the left again. Yep. We're going to stick to the left again here, guys. And then drop down. I can hear a bat. As with most Ark caves, things typically, love to glitch into walls. Look at that. There was a whole army of bats glitched in the wall there. So be careful of that, guys. You can get done, and you'll see I've got mega rabies there, which is why we want to put that antidote on us. There we go. Cured mega rabies. Not an issue. Alright, I'm going to jump down here. Hope that wasn't a rubble golem I just landed on. You really, this is probably the one thing you want to be very careful of, guys. These things, if you're not familiar with them, can pick you up and literally shred you. So they will pick you up in their mouth and do 100 damage every tick until you are dead, regardless of the strength of your armor. So you want to be very careful. They sleep during the daytime and they're awake at night, and they're much more aggressive at night. So make sure that you come in the daytime when they're asleep and you kill them before they can wake up. And here's our final one, the torch skin and the artifact of the Crag. There's some excellent fossil work in here just for the fun of it. Oh, I can hear some more bats. There he is in the wall. We're just going to leave him there. We're going to work our way out. And that's how you do it, guys. Those are 3 artifacts here on Scorched Earth. You can take those 3 artifacts and summon the Manticore. The Manticore is one of the only boss fights in the original DLC maps that you can take flyers into. So you can take RGs and things in to help you fight the Manticore. Otherwise, it works like most other fights. It's got the Alpha, Beta, and Gamma. It will unlock engrams for you when you do beat the boss. And you will also unlock additional Explorer notes that will advance the storyline if you've been checking out the storyline, as I like to do. Oh, who else is... Oh, I hear someone jumping. There's a bat up there. A couple of bats and scorpions. They haven't aggroed. We're going to leave them alone. Alright, anyone back through here? Doesn't look like it. Oh, I missed the jump. I'm terrible with that jump. Alright, I'll just use my tech suit to get out of there. But if I did fall in there and I didn't have a tech suit, you can just swim around the water over to here and there's a ramp to get out, guys. But that's it. We're going to run out this final section. Back to the entrance. Head over to an obelisk and we can summon in the boss. But that is another video for another time. Hopefully that helps you guys out. You now have the location of all 3 artifacts here on Scorched Earth. Scorched is a fun, fairly simple map, but it's got some great unlocks. It's got a ton of notes that explain the storyline some more. If you have any feedback about the video, you've got any questions, feel free to post it in the comments section. If this video helped you out, do me a favor, feel free to subscribe or give me a thumbs up. And hopefully, if you're really interested, you can come and check us out again on Twitch sometime. Stream Tuesday and Thursday evenings, 7 to 10 Pacific Standard Time, and Saturday and Sunday mornings, 8 AM till 1 PM. I'm Mantikai Gaming. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.